Hey guys, welcome back. June 10th, Thursday. We're recovering from good earnings on GameStop. And, well, recovering, I guess. We're plummeting from good earnings on GameStop, rather. Down almost 30% today. Not bad. What a fun day in the market. Some stocks go up, some stocks go down. I'm going to go over GME. I'm going to go over, talk about ORF, talk about options, talk about my plan for the future. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. I'm using Webull here. This is the web browser version. It's not their desktop version. GameStop. We kind of were talking about it yesterday. So what it looks like was my prediction. I think I already went over this. I'll briefly go over it though. My prediction for the top. It happened a day earlier, which was strange than it did on this failed to deliver convergence here and here. So it happened here. It is official. This day on 6/8 matched that day on March 10th. So I was prepared for it with options. I turned $5,000 to $25,000 and just let it ride and didn't take profits because I was off a day. And that's the beauty of stocks. That's the beauty of the options. And that's why you lock in some profits. But here we are, here to fight another day. I didn't YOLO everything, so I can keep trading the stock market and keep getting exposure to good plays. And sometimes they hit, sometimes they don't, and sometimes you just gotta keep fighting, and then you get the big one. So that's what we're doing. That's the GameStop play. Today it came down quite a bit. We were kind of saying this. I mean, the days when I was trying to predict this peak based on the fail to deliver, I was saying that this day was going to be the peak. So meaning peak means coming down after, and that's what we're seeing here. I was also mentioning GameStop's earnings historically have been, when they've been good or not, it sells off hard. So we were kind of expecting that. Also, ORF just reopened up down here at 22, 23. Right at VWAP. Look at that. That's crazy. We'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah, market's gonna close in half an hour. But yeah, so basically what we're seeing is the failed to deliver convergence is over. They have the ability to still short with dark pools and ETFs. I guess they're shorting the ETFs really heavy right now to get this down. I think SEC, I guess, is still watching them, whatever that means. But yeah, so they're still able to short. Some retail's probably getting out too, honestly. But a majority is not. Based on the shareholder meeting, I think it was conclusive to me that retail definitely owns the float. And with the votes, I mean, all the minor details about I read all that stupid stuff. It doesn't matter a whole lot. I mean, they're not going to give an overvote. Is kind of what we concluded with the Wes Christian interview, that he said if there's an overvote, they kind of brush that aside and basically just show the full amount voted, unless if you want to get into litigation and have it investigated. So that's kind of what we saw. There's more detail on that. I'm sure that's maybe more accurate, but I don't really care a whole lot about the votes. If they could say that it was over, that would be cool if they said it. They didn't, so no big deal. But it was bullish. One thing though, and it's hard to know if it'll continue this way, but Ryan Cohen is the type of CEO that's really good for a company and a business, but not necessarily, and I don't like saying this, but he's not a hype man at all, which is good, and I like that for a company and a business and a person and a character. But the stock market, I don't know. I don't know if that's good for stocks. There's great stock companies that kill it on earnings, that do amazing stuff, that either, and it doesn't really tie into social media because GameStop's such a unique stock. But basically there's other stocks that are amazing stocks and amazing companies, and they get shorted and they just stay down because the shareholders or the board or whoever they don't care about their share price, so they just run the company awesome and just let the share price do whatever, as opposed to some other stocks that are much more trying to move their share price and basically have a good image and do certain things, not do certain things, but basically are working more for a good stock price and more for their shareholders. I think Ryan Cohen is looking out for our shareholders, but I think just his kind of character and his personality, not being a hype man and being very shush and low key about everything. Maybe he's kind of had to, and maybe he'll come out at some point and say all this cool, awesome stuff that'll go crazy. But it seems to me that that's just kind of the way he is. So that means it's a great company, and the stock will hopefully reflect that, but sometimes they don't always. Not as much as maybe another stock that is basically shareholders love it and it goes crazy. I'm trying to think of an example even. So, I mean, you could say like a Tesla. Tesla's kind of an anomaly also, but Tesla is, you know, their stock price is way over valuation of the company. It's a great company, whatever, but it's because people love Elon Musk and maybe they love Tesla and it's got a cult following. And I think GameStop has that, but GameStop doesn't have, we've got a Ryan Cohen who's kind of a sleeper so far, and maybe he'll change, maybe he's had to be that way, but yeah, that's kind of what I picked up from it, from the earnings call that I heard, and the shareholder meeting rather. And it's possible just because of all this going on with the shorts that he's that way, and maybe he will change or be different. So I'm expecting we're going to hit this 208 floor. Looks like we probably will. We called this out yesterday. I was saying this is, so the RSI divergence is back in play, and I wanted to see how it played out in this case. We had the RSI divergence here and then a third time. So it doesn't necessarily happen on the second time, maybe not even the third time, maybe it could take a fourth time, but it's showing that reversal. But honestly, so what we see here, guys, MACD is still bullish on the daily. Stocks move up and down, they stair step up and down, and they consolidate and they go up, and they consolidate and they go down, and then they consolidate and go down. You got to look at the overall trend, and the overall trend on GameStop is extremely bullish. Even with this big weekly red candle here, we're still all over the 9 moving average. MACD is still good on there. If you look at the daily, this red candle, it didn't open below the 9 moving average, which I don't hold as much weight if it opens above it and comes down. And again, the MACD hasn't crossed over. And really what we're seeing is we had this crazy good price action from the fail to deliver convergences here. Boom, 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 boom. And then this is literally just consolidating from that. Instead of it slowly consolidating up here and then going up, or even coming down some and consolidating, it's doing it all just today. And this is clear market manipulation to scare people out. Not that the squeeze is over. They're not even trying to say that. They're just saying, oh, GameStop's awful. They had awful earnings. They're being investigated by SEC. All this crazy stuff they're trying to spread that's just not even true. So it didn't quite hit 2.8, but it's 2.11. We'll see. That might have been the bottom right there. Looks like it was kind of how it's bouncing, but I don't know. But anyway, so we're basically getting like a week's worth of kind of consolidation in one day, which is really nice. If you look at the RSI, I kind of say it's consolidated once the RSI's kind of come back to the equilibrium, and we got that literally today. It's been overbought for a week or so, you know, 2 weeks, and now we're just getting consolidation. So if you look at the exponential floor or whatever, you can look at the logarithmic, I don't know how to say that word. We maybe even broke through that. No, I don't think we did actually. However, if you break through a little bit, but then it still holds that floor, it's still the same deal. So I'm not going to pull up a logarithmic, but my prediction for this, I think we had to fill this gap, and we talked about this before, this gap from pre-market to, or from after hours to pre-market, that gap, and I would say that's filled it. So that gap has been filled because I think you can count the wicks, and that wick was at 218 or something, 220. And that's where I put my trend line, actually. Not my trend line, but my support. We broke through that, and then the top of the body of that candle back here was 208. That's why I thought we might go to 208, but it looks like we hit 211. Which, yeah, I mean, it's really close. Stuff's not perfect. So that looks like that's probably the floor, the support. Tomorrow I'm expecting kind of sideways low volume trading, maybe a little bit bearish. Well, actually, now that we've already hit the floor, it might come up a little bit. I think consolidation. I think we're going to see more consolidation, low volume until the next fail to deliver. Eric or someone who pointed out, someone in our Discord. Oh yeah, Eric pointed out the T35 failed to deliver. The next one is June 20, or no, May 20. What? May 20. I don't know. The next one is sooner. It's this one right here, Monday, the 14th. This is the T35. It doesn't usually move it quite as much. But yeah, we could maybe see a little bit of a rebound on Monday. I feel like tomorrow, Friday will be pretty flat. And then Monday a little bounce, and then I'm kind of expecting it to be like kind of like back here in March after this failed to deliver convergence. I don't know if we're gonna sell off quite like this did. I don't know if they. I mean, we could. It could be another month of. This was like 2 months almost, wasn't it? No, it was like a month or so. Could be another month until the next failed deliver. But no, because this was from a convergence. We had a failed to deliver here. Had one, I think, here. So I'm gonna say we'll be probably trading flat in this range until that failed deliver, which would be it's June 24th. I shared it on our Discord. So let's see, July, yeah, June 24th, and then kind of setting a floor of 260. That's could be setting a floor there, but I'm gonna be playing it for that failed deliver with options pretty heavy. I did it here, did it right. I just didn't pull profits. Yeah, this. So once you've hit a floor, typically it'll have a pretty big bounce. You'll bounce up, maybe even come all up to VWAP, and then it'll come back down. And then if it respects that support, then you know that's support. So we're getting that bounce here. Maybe come up here, kind of come down. It's late though in the day. Kind of come down, and then if it respects that, then you know that's probably it, because it found the buyers at this level right here. That's where we're seeing a pretty big green candle here. Yeah, so let me show you guys what we did. Actually, I sold a put on it. I sold a little early. I sold it up here. Wish I'd waited. I would have gotten more premium, but like money's not doing anything. I'll just sell a put. I can close it tomorrow. It's a 170 put. That's all the capital this account had. So it's down 248%, but I'm not worried at all because I don't think it's going to come to 165. So if GameStop goes down to 165, then I will buy 100 shares gladly. So that would be down here somewhere. Yeah, so I'll buy 100 shares down there, and that's what selling a put does. So I think that'll close out worthless, and then I'll just keep the $55 credit for that one. What else did we do today? That's all I did today. It was a nice day of just watching it plummet. It was a lot of fun. Oh, Tesla, I kind of got that one wrong. RKT, these are old options. Spy team, I don't even, yeah, these are just options that are hanging out. Our eyes shares are up today. I maybe should even sell them. Oh, we're still looking at 6%. Yeah, it looks good on the daily on this eyes. It had these big red days, but look, it didn't break that support line, that moving average. So I think it's bouncing off that, and we're looking good still for some more run up. On the hourly, yeah, it's good. MACD isn't crossed over yet, but we've got green over the 9 moving, over VWAP even. It looks like this is about to tick up. So I'll give that some more time. Oh man, SPY is hanging out really high still. Yep, hit all-time high again today, and it might end up on a red candle again. 1, 2, 3, 4 all-time highs on the pretty much overall market in the last month. They've all been on red days, and all of these increasing price red candles. Hilarious. Our SPY puts for tomorrow probably gonna be worthless unless it tanks, and GME's found its floor. Tomorrow, hopefully we're getting our huge deposit from selling the house in here to put it into GME. I'm gonna sell puts on GME, and I'll probably, we'll see, but yeah, I'm planning on selling puts on GME for until that failed deliver comes up, which will give us let's see here. So on the 25th, no, 24th. So on the 23rd, we'll see where the price action is on the 23rd, but probably be getting some options, buying some options on the 23rd for that Friday. That is my very cheeky plan. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. Lots more to discuss, but that's all I got time for. Thank you. Peace out. Wait a minute. Follow us on Twitter at HappyMoneyYT. And if you want to get on Discord, feel free. We even talk about Orf. Orf is a crazy one today, up 1,000%. Penny stock, biotech, pump and dump. Have fun. Be careful with those. Peace out.